Yes, what's going on, people? My name is Mo Gilligan. You are listening or watching the Mo Gilligan podcast. Now, today's guest, yeah, I just got to say thank you, D-Double. Because you see you, yeah, as an MC, right?
Yeah.
Certain times I been in the car, been in the gym, been in a rave. When you're spraying these bars, yeah, it just brings me so much joy. Like, I don't know if you know the impact. Well, you most probably do. But the impact you've had just on my life alone and what you've brought to a scene, it's like, it's legacy stuff. Proper legacy stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And you know, everyone says like, like one of the kings of grime. Like if you're talking about top 3 or top 5, your name is always mentioned. But even to have you on a pod, I didn't think he was gonna come, bruv. I was like, bruv, 2 o'clock, he ain't coming.
I'm on it, man.
But nah, man, honestly, thank you for joining me on the Mo Gilligan podcast. How are you? How was things your side, bruv? Good,
man. Things have been good, you know. Life always comes with ups and downs, innit? So it's just, I'm an overrider, so I'm still good, man. Everything's good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
this season of pandemic, you get me?
And how is that for you as an artist? Like, how is it? Because I find like, you know what it is, yeah? The music that you make, it's almost like, like there's some artists, they wait for, okay, cool, winter, gonna make the banger in winter, so by summer, can do it at the festivals.
Yeah.
You can release music anytime, any place, anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's gonna bang.
That's it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, people are excited about it. People are, okay, cool, D-Double's doing something. Yeah. Or he's featured on the track and stuff. So how has this time been for you, like in lockdown as an artist?
It's been very, very creative, man. A lot of stuff's happened in the lockdown for me. Good stuff. My production, I've been producing since 2007, making beats. But then I had took a little time out. I think the MC side was getting in higher places. Street Fighter, Hard, Bad to the Bone. This is all 2010. And I started in 2007 producing. So in 2010, I started putting my head down a bit more harder and just give up the DJ thing on the side. Because I used to play about a lot with music. But, Newham Generals, that kind of took over then. But so now I've had time to, since 2018 into the pandemic, the production that I've made, I've come a long way. So I've seen that, and also I've been creating a lot of other things too. So it's given me time, man. I've had time so I've got stuff to come. Things are gonna be popping out left, right, and center. So things have been in there. It's not IKEA, but there's other big stuff coming.
Yeah.
So it's been good, man.
But let's talk about that IKEA for a moment, because that's a bad boy advert. Yeah. How did that even come about? How did something, because you know what it is, yeah? Sometimes you see a brand, and when you see a brand work with someone, you say, right, how did it start? Was it someone at IKEA? Was it you guys? Like, how did that even come about to do the advert?
Boy, it was down to IKEA, man, because they put it in the hands of certain people, and they were looking for me. Yeah. So it was IKEA, partly the middle person too. So when IKEA look for a job, they give the job to a certain agency, and then this agency try to get the job done for them. Yeah. You understand? So it come from elsewhere. It wasn't me trying to get on it. They actually contacted me.
That's a bad boy advert though.
Yeah, man.
Like, to be in that space as well, because I think that's Christmas advert as well. I think it was last year Christmas advert. Yeah. I need to ask you a question as well, because I don't know if this is myth or legend, but I remember once I was with Napa MC talking about Sidewinder days.
Yeah.
Those days, I feel like someone needs to make a film around about, I don't know if it needs to be based upon what Sidewinder is. Because for me, that's like my generation.
Yeah.
You know, you might get it on a tape or it's your friend's tape or like, but I heard, I need to know this today because this was the first question I was like, before I ask anything, I need to know if this is true, yeah? Remember Napa MC was like, he once said, he's like, I remember back in the day, Sidewinder, it was all about reloads.
Yeah.
So it's all about, listen, you go there, you get your reload, you know, you'd be spraying bars for days because you're trying to get that reload. And he said, and I'll never forget this story, and I need to know if this is true. He said once he was there, you was facing the wall, yeah?
Yeah.
And you went, but, ooh. No one got a reload that night, but you got a reload. I need to know, is that true?
Boy, looking at the wall to get the
I heard you was looking at the wall and the crowd went mad.
Boy, I don't know, man. You know what? I don't know. That's coming from Napa. Because, boy, that means looking backwards to the crowd. Or
no,
to
like,
the side.
let's say the crowd is here.
Yeah.
And you're facing like there. I heard this. Like, you know when someone tells you a story and they're painting the whole picture? It's like, bruv, he was facing the wall. And he went, and he got a wheeler.
Boy, it could be true. I don't know. It could be.
How did that come about though? How did that even happen? Because there's another video of you. It makes the rounds every now and again on social media.
Yeah.
I think Novelist had a show.
Yeah, that one.
And you walked out.
Yeah.
And you went, ooh. Instant pull-ups, instant wheel-ups.
Instant, man.
How did that even come about? How did that start? Because I can imagine, you know, sometimes like if it happens by accident, you're in the studio or, you know what I mean, you're on radio. How did that happen? How did it happen? How does it work?
It happened on accident, man. It was an accident, yeah. It's like, I used to force for accidents to happen. You know them ones, sometimes you just gotta just do something. And it's kind of come from there. It's like, instead of saying me, I just said, Marie, I would have said, oh, hi, come, like just enhance.
Yeah.
It come from an enhancement into a sound of rah. I. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's just like a little mad zone that you can get when you're kind of going ham. So you have to like have no care. So when you got no care, you might not even be on beat. You're just saying, you can get these characteristics from that. You don't even, you know what I mean? It's just that energy. So someone that even talks fast, like a crackhead or, yeah, mama, you did. It's like when they talk and it's funny when they got it in there. And they're just off they're just off the easy every day, saying mad stuff every day. And it just comes from putting yourself in that zone and not trying to be serious. And just trying to make people laugh, but maybe not just messing around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think that's why I think in terms of you as an MC, like, and I think we met briefly like at events here and there. You know when it's just like, what's going on? I think when I first met you was at the Rated Awards. Yeah. You performed. You had a bad boy suit on as well.
Yeah.
Whoever styles you, or if it's yourself, doing bits.
Come on.
Doing bits. You know that though.
Yeah, when it's time to turn up, I turn up.
Because it's like a suit, but it will be like it'll be a mad suit, but it's like classy. It always kind of reminds me of that kind of like, you know, like what kind of Mega Man used to do with like the bowler hat type vibe.
Yeah.
It's like real old school, yardy, like swag.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, like now, like you couldn't, like I couldn't wear like alligator shoes, but if you wear them, it's different, isn't it?
Mad.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's different if D-Double wears alligator shoes.
Yeah.
Because if I wear them, like, big man, what are these alligator boots? But if D-Double wears it with a suit, you're like, it's D in it. D-Double in it.
That's what I'm saying.
Talk to me about like the early days though, like what it was like, pirate radio days. Because this new generation now, I think for me growing up, you know, listening to Deja Vu, Flashback, Rinse, all these pirate radio stations,
Yeah.
like for me, I still remember what it was like to find the frequency. Some I couldn't even get, some you could even get in a certain area.
Yeah, you had to kind of be in a
Yeah, you had to be in a certain place, or you might get it a little bit of it.
Yeah.
And I was reading the book Grime Kids at Target, and he mentions you in that as well. And I really love the story of, you know, how he's kind of, because he was like yourself, them real early pioneers of this sound now, you know. So talk to me what it was like back in the day, like when, because I felt what was always attracted me to it, it was a hustle mentality.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was a flat doing radio at the top.
Yeah.
Like, and what was that like being in that?
It was hard, man. It was fun, but we was put in a lot of situations. And yeah, man, we just loved it, man. It's from love, so just wanted to be heard. So if anyone gets a chance to be heard, they will do certain things. Even if you tell a man, boy, if you fly from here to there, you can make it, you know. You might consider to leave yard and just move out because it's there. So it's like when the stations were there popping up, it could be anywhere, when things like not even money was good for certain events, but we just want to go there now. And we're driving to Birmingham, no insurance, no license, and they're still drinking, and we're not even caring about who's the driver. And it was just a bit, just going forward blind. Yeah, just doing a rave in Brixton, Mass, and then going to Birmingham and being in Sheffield, and gunshots are going off. It's different season. You get me? So I think, yeah, man, just bullied that season, man, and it all come from the passion.
Yeah.
It wasn't because someone wanted to be a bad man. It's just because we just wanted to keep getting that light and keep showing people. So yeah, I think that hunger's gone in the sense of pushing physically. It's a lot more easier now. You can just like working from home.
Yeah,
You don't have to make them extra efforts. Yeah, it's a bit of luxury, but yeah, it was mad time still. Yeah.
I always say, like, from the outside, because a lot of us growing up, we didn't even know what a lot of you guys used to look like back in the day. Like, there wasn't, like, yeah, you might see some people maybe like an MTV base channel you, but I remember sometimes seeing someone's face for the first time, you're like, oh my God, that's what he looks like.
Yeah.
Right, that's him. And it is real, like, even being sometimes, I remember being in West End once and just seeing Bashi. And I was like, raw, Bashi's here.
Yeah.
Because for a lot of us, that it wasn't about the exterior of, oh, I see my man on Insta and he drives his car and he's got this watch, and it was just purely
the voice,
the music, and the person.
Yeah.
And it was nothing, that was it.
That was it. And you know what? It was so much just that there was a season where still up to now, I don't know who they was. You know, there was certain man I used to like from just tuning into a station, just hearing guys go in. And still up to now, I don't know who they are. So it's like, but now there's a care to see so much that man want to see man in the bathroom on the toilet. You see what I'm saying? And every little inch of life, every little squeeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before, he was blessed. He was just like, but you see, this is where the hustle comes from on this side, because we wanted to be seen. DVDs. So, but before, there was just that MC who just wanted to MC and just really MC, and he was too shy to want to be a star. Just wanted to just do the low key. He didn't have to try to search and to, But yeah, that's a ghost. It was a ghosting season, man. If your face was seen, you needed to be on making it on a different level. But the underground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it was as competitive? Obviously, I think it's competitive now in a sense, and I just mean music in general, kind of thing. There's a lot more people coming together, I'd say now.
Yeah.
I think I always say strength in numbers in any kind of environment, whether it's, music, comedy, film, especially amongst black people in this country.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So for music, 100%. But what was it like, the competitiveness back in the day? Like when you are going radio or, you got to go Sheffield and stuff. And ultimately your friend's in the car.
Yeah.
But you're like, here to show. Like, was there ever any of, was it like that?
Nah, it wasn't like that at all. It's like, how can I show my football teammates? How can I show them?
Because did it feel like that, like
when
a
I'm
team?
with them, we play together. So we play together. So I'm not trying to be in competition with my goalkeeper and my defender. I just hope that they're doing their job today because I'm going to do mine. Yeah? And it's just like a team. It's when we're going against other people, like another crew might want to come on the set. This is when all of our brains are saying, okay, cool. Like in my head, I'm saying, right, I got to be on form today. I'm not even thinking about my crew.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about, so when I'm with my crew, I feel more easy. It's just fun. So yeah, it wasn't competition within us. It was more if we went to a club and then there was some next crew or some next MCs that wanted the mic. And we're thinking, well, like, I'll shower down, my guy will come and try to shower down. And they took the mic and now the mic's gone further over there. One of my guys is saying, what? He's walked over, gone to get the mic, tried to bring it back to the corner. Like we're working it's always, so when that's not there, it's just fun. All them Nasty Crew sets were fun. All those sets were fun. All the sets with Nasty Crew and Roll Deep, they were fun, but there's competition in there. You get me?
Yeah.
And anywhere else we was, there was competition in there in the Raven, but not as a crew. Never standing on your own team.
Because you see it when, especially when you watch old sets back in the day, you got someone just spraying bars and a man's hand is just like,
for time.
give me the mic.
And then just when the loop comes, and he thinks he's going to get it, he starts a new bar. Oh, that's the big part.
I think one thing I've always loved, especially about Grime, is one of the competitiveness, but the creativity. Like, I don't get me wrong, I grew up listening to all types of music, but I think for me, the creativity in certain man's bars, lyrics, flows, it's unmatched in, I think, any other genre.
And sounds as well.
Sounds well, you're a testament to that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you got a lyric. What is it? Something Ian Bill. Something Grant and Phil.
Yeah.
What's the lyric? What's the lyric again?
Keep it real. Them man there don't keep it chill. Them man come like Ian Bill.
That's it. Yeah.
That's why move like Grant and Phil.
But that's what I think as an MC, it's like you can shell down serious, like you got real bars and lyrics.
Yeah.
But only unless you're from the UK, you're gonna really understand and appreciate that lyric and that bar.
Yeah.
Like, what's it like for you in terms of international recognition? Because I feel like 2015, Grime had this big resurgence, essentially. You know what I mean? Like, it's in the mainstream, essentially. There was people talking about it, publications, You know, there was that Guardian interview. It was like, oh, you know, it was that Skeptic, and they kept restarting the song.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, how did it feel for you when it kind of started? Like, because now it's mainstream essentially.
Yeah,
You know, for a lot of us listening to it, it was like, this is underground. Some of it was banned. You couldn't see anyone.
yeah.
You know, I remember growing up and you didn't get to go to a live show because it was banned.
Like UK music is just more cleaner now, so the edge is always there, but it's just got a cleaner flow, man. It's not just that beat that's looped, sounding like you made it on PlayStation. It's a bit there. Production's come a long way, so the more creative side of it, in terms of mad, like it's kind of that sort of grime is kind of still for the rave sort of thing. But then the other creativity within sound, within making music is different from spraying in a club where you want to get the club feel on the beat.
Yeah, yeah.
But then in the club, like that can't be on the tune. So now you need to smoothen your thing and give them the real thing. Because in the rave, you're gassed. But yeah, it's got to just, yeah, man. But yeah, things are just more sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was a time where people say grime was dead. I don't know if you remember that. I remember hearing, I think this was around about, I don't know the year stamp. Near like Funky House times, where Funky House was really kind of like the leading music at its time.
Yeah.
And people were saying grime was dead. I don't know. I feel like with grime and garage, there's this in a place where, personally, I don't think they ever die.
Nothing's dead, man. Nothing's been dead. Nothing,
You know what I mean?
Nothing is dead unless you're looking for it and it's dead. You look for it and it's dead. So when grime was popping and there was only 2 UK rappers, rap was big. Rap was a big thing. Like it's definitely not dead. You see what I'm saying? It's definitely because it's popping and it always will be. And bashment and reggae is always gonna be big. And I don't care what comes in, Afro beats, this, like that is always gonna have its be big, and it's always gonna come again. Coffee, pop, it's always gonna come. It's always there. New York hip hop, the normal hip hop is coming back. Everything,
like a
and
cycle,
it was
isn't it?
always there because everything's always there until you see it. So someone's gonna show you an artist here, and you're gonna say, "Raw, who was this?" And you're not gonna know him, but he was always there. You see what I'm saying? And it's now you know him. It's for him not to be there. So if you're seeing him or his crew or some of his people, and they're still there, they're still there doing the same thing. So yeah, it's never that, man. It's like, I don't know.
Because I really feel
I never heard them stories.
yeah, because people used to say
I'm not even,
And I think-
when they're talking about grime is dead and all that, I'm not even grime. That's when I'm not grime. Because I never come from grime. You know, them ones there, I come from bashment, reggae. I come from Jamaica, firstly foremost, and then drum and bass, and then garage, and then I've lived all these, even dubstep, different sounds of the UK. I've been in there, I've lived in there. So you see what I'm saying? So you know one of my yards that I lived at, but that's not where I've lived all my life. So I need to, you know what I want to say?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like I'm everything. So what you're talking about is not, that don't involve me. When I'm working with Gorgon City, or when I done Ladies Hit Squad with Skepta, or if like all these tunes that I do,
That's not just grime.
where the Miss Banks Bedroom Bully, or #Happy with Big Zeeks, or I make music. I've always been making music. I done hip hop before I done any of this tempo. My tempo is different. So I'm from everything. Actually worked from, like, played that position. Like, you could say you worked in Sainsbury's first.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
worked there. So this is not where you worked all your life. This man can't tell you that's where you've been working all your life.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
understand? So I'm not a part, when in my head, I never felt that in terms of, I just keep hearing it from, I was just hearing it from certain other people, but it's like you're telling me, but I want to know where you saw it. You know them ones, it's like, where was it?
Yeah,
Where did
yeah.
it go viral? Like, because, so it's just this ghostly thing that goes around that some people want to see.
You see, in terms of you as an artist, yeah, I've always felt like yourself, Kano, Gets, Lethal B, Gigs. I don't want to miss anyone out. But you guys are almost like, you're almost like the Avengers in some way.
Yeah, it's like that.
Because it's like, in the Avengers, everyone's got their, like, yeah, they're a super group, essentially.
Yeah.
But there's something about you guys, yeah, and that class that you guys came through in, and maybe it isn't a class, but how long you've been making music for, like when you really deep it, you're like, raw, like there's some people that listen to you in school and are now parents and their kids are going to secondary school. That's how long you've been a part of our musical life for.
I know, and that's why it's deep. That's why it's deep, because as when you first come on the camera, hopefully you would have known something about what the profession you're doing on the screen, and you're not just so. When I was doing music first, I was professional in everything I'd done. I got myself to a level of all different music, and then the opportunity of the light was a jungle station. Yeah, but I'm doing everything, so it's like my opportunity to get the lights, and now I thought, raw, let me do a couple of these sets, done a couple of these sets, and now I'm a jungle MC. And then I say, raw, okay, cool, let me do a couple, because I do everything. And then it's like I'm becoming everything. And then when I done Grime, it's like it's like it stopped. And it's because of how much work I put into it at that time. So this is why I know but it's like seeing the best boxer, but he ain't had a chance to show you. But then he's had a chance to show you his cooking skills. You get me? So he's got all the support for the cooking, but then he's a boxer. You get me? So I'm good at adapting. Yeah. I can DJ. I could even do your job if I wanted to.
Stand up.
Nah, but for real.
Yeah.
I'm being real. I can do what I want to do, so that I'm everything.
Yeah.
But you have to show people you're everything. And sometimes when you're showing them, and then it's like they just play a blind eye to it, and then
You know we gotta have to make that happen.
They're just remembering that certain thing. You get me?
Yeah.
So man will be like, but no matter how big you get, man will just be remembering. Nah, man, when he was 16, that's what he done. So this is it. So this is, they're not letting you evolve. Certain man. Yeah, but you're bigger than that. So that's why that's why I work hard, and that's why I'm still here. You know what I mean?
Did you ever think when you was starting out and you wanted to make music that you're inspired by jungle, dancehall, reggae, old school garage? Where is the furthest place music has taken you that you thought, I'd never think I would be in this place that I'm in now? Where for you is that taking you?
I would say New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah. New Zealand or Australia. Yeah. I've been in some weird places too. which makes me think like that as well. Like, wow, like I'm here. Someone here knows me.
That's mad, isn't it?
You know them one. There's some place in Canada. I've been in some spots in Canada. It's like countryside. It's like, you know what I mean? And yeah, I would say New Zealand, Australia was like. And when I first went to Texas, I found that a bit weird too. But then it was a festival that incorporated all music. So
Yeah.
it was a big music festival. So I kind of felt it wasn't like a personal booking. Like, let me go to this place and do my booking and see these fans. You know, like,
Yeah.
So but yeah, I've been in some places still.
Because I think those moments are so important. Of like, I remember the first time going to Australia, I had a show in Sydney.
Yeah.
No, Melbourne first and Sydney. Javan, he's my tour manager. We went out there, and I remember even saying to him, I was like, I don't know the ticket sales. I don't know if anyone's even going to come today. Like, you know, there's a rough couple people that message you beforehand. Hey man, come to the gig. I'm so excited. But I was like, that's like 10 people. I don't know if anyone's gonna come.
But it was big.
And then I remember I locked myself away in the dressing room, and then Javan came back. It was probably about an hour later. I was like, yeah, we need more seats. Like, it's packed. We need to get more seats. And I think that realization is sometimes, for any artist, it's like, whew, that's what I do it for. I'm so far away from home.
Yeah.
And in this moment right now, like, I feel like, you know, like I could die a happy man.
Yeah.
As far away from home as I am, I didn't think that starting this journey would take me to a place where I'm performing in another country and it's sold out and we need more seats.
Yeah.
So you saying that Australia, New Zealand, because I guess, you know, it's like to go there, the 24-hour flight, and then changing somewhere else, and then changing somewhere else, and then getting there and be like, this is far, man.
Yeah.
It has to be good. Like, and I think especially like, for a lot of you guys, especially like grime artists, seeing you sometimes in places where, I remember seeing a video of Skepta in New York, and someone was like, oh, dude, Skepta, man. Dude, what you doing here, man?
Yeah.
I don't think you understand how much that makes it for a lot of us. Because to us, you're like, you're normal people. We know you're musicians, and we're still like, whoa, like, that's D-double.
Yeah.
But there's a reality of like, I know he's just a guy who's like from my estate, and he's all the way in America following his dream. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it makes that very possible for a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely,
you know?
The UK voice is important, man. Yeah, the creativity is important.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, you got your flowers, well deserved.
No, you know what? I always say, like, for me, I'm more inspired most probably by music than I am by comedy. Because music for me has always been my outlet of, like, when I'm at home, I don't watch comedy. That's maybe the last thing I watch.
Yeah.
Because I like to keep my creativity for funny pure, just like water. Like, if I know there's some dilute juice in it, I'm like, I know it's going to be a bit sweet. So I don't really want to have that glass of water. Whereas if I know, I'm like, try this glass of water. I know it's going to be fresh.
Yeah.
It's just, it will taste like this other water I had. How can I make it taste a bit different? Cut up some lemons in there, put a bit of sugar.
Yeah.
And I think that's a mad analogy. I don't really know where I was going with that, but it sounded good in my head.
No, that was hard.
Everyone's like, it was like, big man, we're talking about water and lemons, bro. But I think sometimes you guys don't know the impact that you've had on this generation, because you guys have been the ones to say, you know, at times where before kind of Instagram, and you'd hear like, like we go Poland and we do shows in Poland, or, you know, I done a show in Berlin the other day.
Yeah.
Like, how important is that for you to represent the UK when you're out? you know, when you are in Australia and give them the full flavor. Do you know what I mean?
Important, man. It's important because they're looking for it. And that's what they love. That's what they love. They love you to be you.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's a lot of man that's not being them. So this is where it gets confusing. Because when you meet Mo, you actually meet Mo. And like, you're a joker. It's not put on. Like, you've been joking. So man probably told you to get into it. You told yourself. So it's like that pureness, they love it. If it's a Jamaican artist, they want to just see that real Yardman, real Clarks, real, you see what I'm saying? So that UK thing, I'll just be myself. And it works, man. And that's it, bro. Yeah.
You ever found, like, do you have, and I always like asking, especially more so, because I think this happens more so with musicians than anyone else, where you get like, memorabilia or like figurines made of yourself in parts of the world where you're like, I didn't even know that existed. I didn't know there was a billboard. You know what? We went to Australia? When we see Australia, there was a painting of you on the wall.
Yeah.
Do you remember that, Siobhan? Yeah. So we finished. Oh shit! We was in Sydney. We finished the gig, and there's a full painting of you on the wall. Oh my gosh! How did I? Yeah. Do you remember that? Shit. Yeah, so we finished the gig, and I remember walking, I was like, bruh, I think I even said that looks like D-Double. And I walked, and I got close, I was like, that's a full graffiti painting on the wall of you. Yeah. And I think it was in like this performance venue. And even I was like,
I might have been there before, maybe.
Yeah. Well, have you ever seen like stuff like that around the world that you just didn't know existed?
Yeah, I've seen a lot, but not in person though.
Yes,
I
like
get
people showed you and stuff.
Yeah, people send me photos of some mad big graffiti, trains, buses. I've seen some crazy ones, man. Support, man.
Like how important is that support for you? Is that what drives you? Is that what makes you say, do you know what, I'm gonna go to studio because like the fans want an album?
Yeah, I have to support my fans. And I can't see my fans in my head. The fans you have to give them the thing, and then it goes to the fans. So I have to, for me to give back to my fans, I have to put it out there. You know what I mean? Because, the support comes from your fans. You'd think it comes from your brethren that's been with you all week. Like, and then when it was time for the big night or the big, he didn't post nothing, or sometimes, you know what I mean? Or when you needed a man. So I don't know. Yeah, man.
I think support is so important, but I think it's also so important to recognize your supporters and your fans. Yeah. Like in ways that you say, look, I appreciate your support. I appreciate you for coming.
Exactly.
Like, I've always realized how important that is. Every time I used to perform, I used to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe people, you know, like Australia, like, I can't believe people are coming out here to see me. Yeah. Like, I'm just a boy from South London that used to just tell jokes in school. And here I am in, you know, whatever venue or whatever part of the world I'm in. And it's so important where you can easily sometimes be wrapped up in a bubble. Right. And it feels like now it can feel like with social media that it's just a number. Yeah. Do you see what I mean? It's just
you start to realize it's a bit of a myth. Yeah, myth, man. You're thinking that you are big, but then there's corners of people trying to. There's a lot of followers. There's a lot of. I swear, I know you did to say 3 or 4 other names. Then they get the name. Yeah. Then they want to take a photo. That's the one I don't want to take a photo with. Yeah. So now I'm powering it. So on your night for your event, all your friends and all your family, they get in for free. That's cool. But there's some people that will still buy a ticket. See, my mum now, my mum will just buy a ticket now. My mum don't have to.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is the support. So the support is the fans, because your friends, they need the VIPs, they need that. If you charge them, they're not pissed, but what man can't, what about backstage then? What something they need, they're not ready to just, but the fan is. You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
So what I'm saying is, I know my support is the fans. Really. You got support for your everyday, but then when the other support, the people that actually put back in, you get me?
Yeah.
Because you're giving out bare free, Mo t-shirts free, you're giving out, and then when it's time to get back, it's not 99p that they can show, and then my mum's doing it, my aunt, I can see within this, you see what I'm saying? It's just, even my cousin, he'll buy it. He's not buying it, he was buying it before buying it. He's not buying it because he's trying to make nothing, he's just buying it because support is support. So your fans is the main support.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, yeah, this you work out, there's some water around, you get me?
No, I know what you mean, because
Yeah,
there's people that want to go to the show and you say, yeah, man, we'll see a ticket.
Yeah,
And they say, yeah,
they'll
what about
never
VIP?
spend nothing. They'll never spend a penny, bro. So, all right, cool.
You ever had a moment where you be in your dressing room and you see someone just say there's a bottle of Cavossier there, and you see someone just like, big man, what are you doing? Just drinking the juice, man.
Yeah.
Someone fast with himself, just, yeah, man, good show, man.
Right.
And you're like,
You see what I'm saying?
and sometimes it's like, you look and you're like, what are you here for? You don't seem like you're here. And I'm not, yes, it's my show. You're coming out to support me, but I don't think you are, though. I don't know if you are.
Where's the drinks at? Where's
Yeah.
It's like, look after us now.
Yes. And the thing is,
Not,
I think...
not like we don't want to.
Yeah.
It's just feeling a bit one way, man.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit one way sometimes.
I remember once, we what did we, a TV show we done, and there's a few people in the dressing room, and I'm a person where once I unwind, I might just need to sit down 2-3 minutes just to have by myself. I could have loads of people be like, that was shift, but I'm still switched on because even when the show finishes, you might have to meet, the exec of the label, or this person's mum came down, and you don't want to be rude, but you're like, I still have to kind of work a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's some important people that made this possible, so let me just, they come with their son or something.
Yeah.
So you think, oh, yeah, hello, little man. You just, because sometimes look at son, aye, and there might be pizza it's for you.
Yeah, that's gone.
And you see a man,
That's gone.
who's my man? You're like, brother, what are you doing, first of all? Why are you eating the pizza? Why are you so loud? And it's so hard in that moment because you want to be professional and you want to bring everyone in. Like, ideally, you want to bring everyone in. But sometimes you bring everyone in, but there's one person you're like, big man, everyone can come, but I think you just might not have to. You might just have to wait outside in this house party. Just chill in the garden with the smokers in the smoking section because I can't let you inside, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I think, like, ultimately, you want to bring everyone in, but, I remember once having this show and one guy, he's from the States. He's come over to the show. Very, very important guy. Especially, you come off stage, you're a bit like I say, a bit tired,
sweaty,
but you're like, I just meet my man, nice guy, rare tear. And then my friend's in there, and he's just being like, not even like loud, but we're just like, we're trying to have, hey man, great show, dude, really loved it, man, like, awesome, man.
Yeah.
My man in there, trust me, you get me, bro. You get me? I'm like, fuck it. You're like, brother.
Yeah, he's gassed it.
What you doing, bro? What you doing?
Yeah. No, don't watch that. He's my boy. That's my boy. Yeah, go with him. Like, and then carry on.
I just think, you know what it is? I think you just have to be so transparent from early of just saying, yeah, brother, don't ever do that again. Because yeah, you can't do that, man.
Yeah.
And I think the moment you do that, then people around you say, okay, yeah, cool. But ultimately, it's when the people around you have your back.
Yes.
I think that's so
A
important.
certain man wouldn't like it. They're looking out for the same thing that you should be. They're thinking, who is that guy drinking that drink over there? Well, you know that you. Or you know that you. That's Boom Boom's bedroom. Just to let you know, because he's looking around.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what you need. And that's someone looking to protect your thing. All the drinks are gone, everything. He's protecting it.
How important is that for you to have, speaking to your cousin, and you work with them as well?
Yeah.
And is that really important? Because I know for me it's massively important. What all these guys here, all my friends that I've known way before any of this stuff happened.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like been with my manager way before any success happened.
This is why.
Do you know what I mean?
Its success is happening. Or your journey you would have been through a few different friends. This would have been your 8th set of friends. And you don't even know if they're gonna be there because some of them went off to do. So that's even better, and that's how things have to be now.
Is that important for you as well?
Yeah, it's important for me now because I've got my foot sturdy on the floor. I've got 2 brains now instead of 1, where my brain and my manager's brains from before, there was still 2 different brains. So now if we think alike, I can let his brain take over my brain. And he can tell me, you should do this, and I'll just do it. But someone else couldn't tell me that.
Yeah, yeah.
Them ones. So it's important, man. Trust, and just the whole
Is
to
trust
feel
important
the
in
just
music?
feel the whole grind, just to feel the come up, feel that you go through it together. You know what I mean? It's just a journey.
How important is trust within music? Because you hear stories of, I say you hear stories. When you watch, what's that film? Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, what's up, man? Easy, you just signed this thing, man, and it's fine and stuff. And it's a film. It's dramatized and stuff. But how important is it?
Them days are over now.
But how important is trust in music, though?
It's very important. It's very important, man, because it's just good to be clean. Yeah, it's good to be clean, man. That's the way forward. And before, sometimes it's not even the label's fault. Sometimes you was just so dumb that you didn't say nothing. Them ones there. So yeah, you now, that can't happen. But it can happen to someone coming up because there's a lot of gas. The thought of stuff is big for some people. Like, they'll just do everything before. When I want to find out, okay, cool, so we do this and then we do this and then what's going to happen with this? Would there be a video? Would there be... Okay, cool. And then for this... But before, what with him, yeah? Run, gone, sent parts, everything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It went, and all they're calling him, when's it coming out, man? When's it come? They just want to know, when is it coming out? You haven't even lined up. Like, yeah, bro. Certain man, there's a lot of things happening wrong from gas, and it's not all premeditated, but people are stumbling into little situations where they can push the little 10% or and you have to say, no, but why is that happening? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not sure, Okay, cool, well, that's not meant to be that. Yeah, it's more on point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's trust, and being on point can avoid having to see whether we can. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Because I think ultimately when you get into a place of getting into a space of success, like that's just like the foundations almost to the house.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like trust is most probably the most important thing, and transparency as well.
Yeah.
It's like what we're saying. Like if someone is in your dressing room, you want to know that you can say to someone, bruv, like when we're talking, like you just need to allow being all loud and stuff like that. We can do all that afterwards.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think the moment you have people around you that get that and are on board straight away, it's just a recipe for success.
Right, there we
You
go.
know what I mean? You know what I mean? It will all kind of work and just be like, yeah, it all works. Everybody's on board. We can all see the same vision.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
and
mean?
That's it.
When like using Nasty Crew and stuff back in the day, like, and I go back to Trust, like, did it feel like music? Because I know you're saying like when you'd be, you know, you go to Sheffield and you're all there together and stuff.
Yeah.
But sometimes on the outside, it might look a bit like clicky. Because I think back then, at those times, people from South weren't doing tunes for like people from East and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it felt like this crew was here, that crew was over there,
Yeah.
that crew don't talk to that crew, so we don't know if we can do something with those. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And sometimes there were times where you're like, because now you see collabs and features every day. Do you know what I mean? And it's beautiful to see. But I think back in the day, we was definitely robbed of like, oh man, it would have been so sick if them lot done a track together. You know, I don't think the scene was in a place where people were doing tracks and albums and mixtapes, but definitely like going back to back on radio.
Yeah, they were I think people were finding themselves at them crews were being born and people were living out their crew life. Like they've got bare sets together, they're on radio, they were form. So everyone had to build their form. Nasty Crew, we built our form. So it gave us time to be this person and this crew and this crew. And then it's for that, once it's formed, it's for us to mingle then. And this is what was happening at Sidewinder or these little events. Yeah, they start to book people from different places and mix them together. And you see the lineup and it's mad. And we start mixing because it's all groups of well-trained, whether he's an R&B hip-hop DJ, he's been banging it out on top for, you know what I'm saying? So when he's in everyone's on form. It's just for them to start mixing now.
Was it?
That was good. That was a good season for that. That's how things were born.
Was strength in numbers back then important? Because there were times where sometimes you could clearly see it was like, that person's the best. Maybe he should get signed. And were there times where, you know, the streets are like, oh, but he's the guy. I just want to hear him. But he's part of this crew.
Yeah.
And it's like, so who comes first then? The crew or the individual? Did you ever find yourself in those places?
Yeah.
Times?
Yeah, I found myself in that situation, man, a few times, man. But I was always loyal in them situations and I wasn't really controlling one of the situations. So I was presented with a situation where I'm in Nasty Crew, but they wanted me and they wanted someone else. And we just said, nah, man, it's either the crew or nothing at that point. And then another situation, when I went to Dirty Stank and Dizzy wanted to sign me, and he wanted to sign me by myself. But I said, I'm with Footsie, I'm with New Generals, and then so then we both went over instead. So I've been in them situations, but I've been loyal at them times. Yeah, but there are some man that could have blatted out or I don't know, whatever situations have happened in the past. But I only know people that have made it from a group, they actually wanted to carry on as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's like in JLS, who was the one that was going to say, I'm going to carry on? I thought it would have been Ashton, but it's not. Marvin's gone into the hosting world. And
speaking, you two are cousins as well, right?
yeah.
That is mad.
Yeah.
That's so mad.
Yeah. Through marriage still.
Yeah. That's mad, man. It's so cool though when you do hear those. You're like, yeah, you know, D-Double and Marvin from JLS are cousins. You're like, I did not know that. But I think, especially with a lot of the crews back in the day, I don't know if there was like an influence of American hip hop at the time, because American hip hop at the time had its own crews.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, you could kind of see like, okay, you got Dipset over here, Rockefeller over there, Wu-Tang doing their thing over there. Who else? D12. Like there was always a group and someone who was very good in that group.
Yeah.
And you just knew that it makes more sense for us to stay together than you go off and do something, because...
It's not even that, you know.
No,
that's not it, man. What it is it took more than one person to create this vibe. You understand? I can't do it by myself. I have to meet someone. And then he says, oh yeah, I'm a DJ. And I say, is it? Then he brings me to the decks, and then he knows someone. And then they're linked to the music. It's all the link to the central. Everyone's going to where all the bees are going to where the honey is. The crew is being formed because that special element was there. Someone had decks, not everyone had decks.
Okay.
Someone had the link to the radio station. What can I? He just accidentally joined in. It wasn't because man sat down and said, we need to do this. It's because all the links.
Because sometimes on the outside, it can seem like that. It can sometimes seem that you just think, oh, maybe these guys all grew up together. They're all friends. Because I've got friends that done music where everyone's just friends, and they're like, well, we might as well make a group together.
That
do you know what I mean? But what you're saying does massively make sense
from an earlier point of what I'm saying, from the earlier.
Yes, yeah.
There'll be one person in the friend group that wants to rap, and everyone was just like more just looking at him, and he had to travel to North just to find that one done. It was more spread. Like every man, all my brethren in my class spit. It was just one brethren in my class could spit, and he weren't all that. So he can't even be in the crew. That's what I'm saying. But at the same time,
that was me.
Hey.
Nah, my friends used to do music, and I used to hang around with them, innit?
Right.
But I'd be there, and they'd be chilling in the studio. My friend had like a studio in his bedroom. Big up Conrad, and he'd be doing music, and I'm just chilling with everyone, busting joke, innit? Yeah. My role is the joker here, innit?
Yeah.
Like, I know I can't spit.
But you kind of spit on a slide, though.
I can, but back then, I was like, you man are doing this properly.
Yeah.
I'm just doing this for fun. Yeah. And because I think it was almost like, well, you're the joke guy, Mo. Like, you bust jokes, innit? Like, so I think they would never look at me as serious.
And your serious voice might not be just sounding serious enough.
Yes.
You know them ones. It's how do I go hard?
Yeah.
It's like you're better off just doing your thing. Yo, it's Mo, you get me? And just skank it off on that one.
Yeah. By the way, I'm going to go to my grave with that still. D-Double said I can spit, so...
Yeah.
I'm putting that... I'm going to the grave with that, bro. What do you mean? Listen, man's going to be in the barber's like... Yeah, I was with D-Double the other day. He said I can spit still, but man might go to studio, I'll see. But I think for me is that I always knew my role was as a friend, just to support my friends first and foremost. And I was just the joke guy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, I was a hype man for a month or two.
Okay.
That was quite fun.
Spitting along with the...
Yeah, because I knew all the bars.
Okay.
So I'll be, when they needed a hype man, I was a good hype man.
No,
I was activated, man.
I can imagine that, because you just blend into what they're saying.
Yeah.
So even if it's me, you could blend into what I'm doing, but then you might just put more of a joke on it, though.
But there were times, though, where after the shows, that my friend would perform at D's hype man. We weren't a double act. It was he's performing as a solo artist. I'm just there as a hype man, innit?
Yeah.
And then, after the shows, people would come up to him and be, oh my God, That was great, man. Really enjoyed it. And
Yeah.
Well, you didn't like the hype bit I was doing.
Well, you never had no one come up to you and said that was a great set. You must have.
No.
'Cause some
Comedy,
people
yeah. But as a
people-
hype man,
Yeah.
nah. As I remember vividly. I mean, no, there was one
I've seen
time.
hype man get like that,
Yeah.
like the main man love.
There was once where we had a show. Terry Walker had performed.
Okay.
I think Richard Blackwood was hosting it. That's the first time I ever met him. And then he come up to us and was like, yeah, you guys were sick, man. You guys done your thing, man. Like, wicked, man. Just, yeah, man, keep doing your stuff. And I was like, right, but these are big celebrities telling us. But there were other times where it was like, oh my God, you was amazing, man. I really love that. I'm like, you're like, what, can man get a bit of the spotlight?
Okay.
But you know what it was? I think at the time I was content with that as well. I was like, he's asked me to do this as a favor. This ain't gonna be my career. This is your stuff. And I was very happy with that. Do you know what I mean? I think sometimes it's very important to kind of see it from the outside perspective and be like, do you know what? Like, I don't even need. I look back at it now and it's funny. But at the time, I was just like, yeah, do you know what? This ain't gonna be my career path. Do you know what I mean? This is his career. This is his thing that he's doing. I'm just here to help out. Do you know what I mean? And that's what my job was to do. And that's what I done. That was my purpose. Do you know what I mean? As opposed to sitting there and being like, bro, like, oh my gosh, like, do you know? And I think sometimes that's where some people can be bitter and bitter. You know, I'm not being a hype man no more. I'm gonna launch my own professional career because I want a bit of that clout that he's got.
You know,
do you know what I mean?
There.
You know, and I think it's really important with having that support base around you where you say, do you know what? This is my role.
Yeah.
My role is to be here to support you. Like, I'm your DJ. I'm going to do that, and I'm a DJ the best of my ability.
Yeah.
So if someone says it was a great show and they don't mention me as the DJ, that's okay. I've done my role, which was to support you. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, nah, that's not nice, man.
No?
Nah, man, I think you need to get love.
No,
That means
definitely.
As the hype man,
100%.
you're supposed to take off your top, bruv, jump on them speakers. And, you're supposed they need to say, great job, man.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You can't be in the
No,
back
I
too
think-
much and get them flowers.
I think there's a
but
part of
bare
me.
gal wanting you. They
The hype man.
Yeah, that's what I've seen that happen.
Yeah.
I've been watching
Yeah, but you see it at a different
Dizzy
level,
and his
though.
hype man, and
The level
the
you've
way
seen
they're
it is
working
different.
together is crazy. I've had to rate the hype man like that was hard. Like, this is hard because of him.
Yeah.
I can't see it without him.
But your level is up here. I'm performing at the community centre, bruv.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
No more.
With Auntie Gladys and that.
Okay.
It's a bit too loud, you know. So if Auntie Gladys said I wasn't all that,
All right.
I'm all right. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
all right then. That's all right.
But your level is festivals and stuff. 100% the hype man's got to be.
He's got to be.
Yeah, before you come out, that's your guy.
Yeah.
See, I wasn't at that level. I'm just repeating his bars a bit louder than he is.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm entry level hype man. I'm the guy who's just like, we don't do that now. That's what I said. I'm telling them no. That's my level.
I want to see that video.
I'm not
there.
taking off my top. No chance, man.
Yeah,
Yo,
man.
big man, why'd your belly button look like that, bro? Put your top back on, big man.
You got energy though.
Yeah, I'm entry level hype man, boy. Your hype man is a different guy. He's coming out. Are you ready for the double? Yeah. Jumping in the crowds.
Yeah.
Bro, sometimes I don't like swallowing tablets sometimes. And you want me to jump in the crowd, bro? Nah, man. if I can't swallow a whole ibuprofen, I'm not your guy to jump in the crowd, bro.
I've never jumped in a crowd, you know.
You never crowd? No, but you're cool though.
Never.
Your whole persona is that you're a cool guy. And I think that's what's so sick about you as a musician is just you're cool. You don't need to do that. Like, that's what's so good about you. You can. That's why I know that story is true, and I feel like you're being cool about it. Like, maybe it did happen, but I don't want to. I want to keep the legend. Do you see what I'm saying?
Get me.
Because you can perform to you can come out. If there's 500 people here, perform to the wall, give them what they want, and that's it. And we will take that. I'm saying, it was a good night. My man went, and that was it. That's all I wanted. Whereas other artists have to, they have to.
You work for that.
Do you see what I mean? But I think it's your presence though. Have you ever looked at yourself and said, "Right, I've got fucking presence." Because you have presence. You're the way you look, your persona, the way you talk.
Yeah.
When I've seen you at Rated Awards and you're wearing the suit, it's like a proper OG status. I don't know if you know this, but you've got that status about you. Not a lot of musicians have that. Where you're like, I must go up and big up my man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've noticed.
Because I know if I said, "Hey, what's good, D-Double?" You'll say, "Well, go on, big man. You're all right, man." Whereas there's some other artists where you're like, I ain't gonna talk to him because he don't look like he wants to be spoken to.
Yeah.
And if you're someone that's one of my heroes or my idols, I don't want it to kill that perception I've always had of you.
Yeah.
But I don't think you have that. You're just someone where you're just like, do you know what? I'm not even going to be in this guy's ear all night. Because you know what it's like sometimes you go out, brother, when you done that track with my man and I was there and you did... I know you just want to, big man, I hear that, but I'm just want to drink my juice and just enjoy the vibes, man.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's nothing wrong with those people, but it's just knowing the right space and the right time.
Yeah,
but you come across as the kind of person where if I seen you over there in a corner and I'm like, I don't know if... I feel like he'd be nice enough if I just said, "Yo, big fan of your stuff, bruv."
Yeah,
that
man.
you say, "Respect, bruv. Thank you so much. Appreciate that."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So do you feel like you know the presence that you hold?
Yeah, I know my presence. I know my presence, man. But sometimes when you just drift off and you just become you're unaware of it naturally. It's not that you don't know. It's like you're there. You know who you are, but you're just being you. You're being you, and then as soon as it's time to leave, you put your hood on, you get your mask, and then you walk out because you know you have to realize, well, it's not like that. You see what I'm saying? So you're aware. You just let go of it sometimes. You know what I mean? And then some people are shocked when you're just talking free. So some people you're not supposed to ever let them see that. You know what I mean? You can't be free to everyone. There's a certain level of respect and then you're going in too much and then you're going to get to a point where no. That's when that man says, "What, can I get your number, Mo?" And then you're like, hold on. I got a comedian, like, "What, can I get your number?" Like, you was blessed up to that point, but now you're like, hold on, no. You gotta get it back in. So somehow you gotta ease back. You can't. Yeah. He wasn't even supposed to feel like he could have even said that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's mad. It's mad. You gotta control it. Yeah. It's mad.
You know what's funny? A lot of these men are laughing because they're like, "Yeah, Mo, you would fully give out your number and complain afterwards, boy."
Yeah.
So everyone's laughing because they're like, "Yeah, Mo, you fully give out your number and then moan afterwards and be like,
you can't.
What are you doing?" Nah, bro, I was under pressure, bruv. So too friendly. I think I'm a very open book as a person. I can be on the bus stop talking to someone.
Yeah.
And it's like you're saying, I think that's just me as a person. I think I'm always going to be like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm always going to be the person where I was have a conversation with the woman in boots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For no reason, but just purely. And she, "Oh my God, you did Marcy, didn't you?" I was like, "Yeah, man." "Oh my God, listen." I'm like, "Oh, she's going for the phone." "Yeah, it's my nephew's birthday. If you could do something, do it."
Oh, do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had them ones. What could you just say? And it's like, I don't do them ones. I do pictures though.
Yeah, but you don't do the videos.
But I've had like FaceTime put in my face.
Yeah.
You know them ones?
I could
They've done the call before they've even approached me. My son wanted to see you. This was the first thing she said. Look, now I'm looking at this going, Wagwan, you good, yeah? I've had them ones still force it, bro. It's right.
You know, the funniest thing is because I'm in the space of comedy, so people do. Man, there's been some underwhelming times where that's happened. Where once I was on a train with this guy, I'm sitting there with this other comedian. We done a show at Leeds Festival.
Yeah.
The Reading Leeds, they kind of together. So we done a show at Leeds. We're on the way home on the train, and this other comic, Chris Ramsey, very, very huge comic. We're just sitting there having a good conversation. The one thing about, like, you must get this like with other musicians, you know, sometimes you can just sit there and talk about, you know, comedy or music for like 3 hours straight.
Right.
Oh, you know my man? Yeah, I know him as well. I never met him. And then we went here and you just having this conversation. There's one guy come up to us, lovely guy, man. He'd obviously had a couple of cans. He's come over now. And then like, he's like, what's going on, Mo, man? Big fan, man. I was like, oh, thank you so much, brother. You know, me being me. Come, man, sit down, have a seat.
Oh, you sure?
Sit down, have a seat, bro. And he's like, yeah, man. Listen, man, I've just been at the races. I think it was near Cheltenham or something like that. It's been at the races, man. Yeah, man. And then I can't remember what he was talking about. He was talking about watches or something like that. And he was like, yeah, man. Yeah, you get me? Got my timepiece. I'm like, oh, cool, man. Now already I'm like, you know, this guy looking at me. I'm looking at him. My friend Chris is like, why did you invite him to sit down? No, he's not going to go. And then he's like, yeah, man. Oh my gosh, wait. I've got to call up my missus. Tell her who I'm on the phone with. Bearing in mind he's drunk on a plane, on a train. Yeah. So you like, sometimes you go through a tunnel, phone can't connect. Right. Comes back, then it connects again. Then he's like, yo, babe, you know a couple of cans, Julie. No, the comic guy. And already, I'm listening to this conversation, I'm just like, she doesn't know who I am instantly like that. Right. We just need to lock this off. And he's still, I know. Oh, come on, you know, remember the video I showed? Yeah, all right, one sec. FaceTime. And then the girl's gone, oh, okay, hi, Mo. And I'm like, oh, hello, you all right? Yeah. Bruv, I'm just looking at her, she's looking at me, and we're both like...
saying. What the hell is it for?
Talk to your man, just tell him stop doing this stuff. This is not cool. Like, yeah, bro, it's not cool, bro. Like, why are you doing this? How is it with you as a musician? Because I feel like me as a comic, I'm a very open book. You know what I mean? I talk very openly. I say this to my audience whenever I'm performing in there, and there is an audience here, I talk to them directly in the first few rows. Musicians are a little bit different because it's like you're saying, you are a little bit guarded. If I want to, you know, I can't. It's like you just saying before, like, I don't want to make you feel comfortable enough to say, all right, cool, we're brethren now. What's happening, D? If you can do a little video to my son, Joshua, you're like, whoa, we're not friends like that.
Yeah, it's just, it's like, I don't know you. This is and the thing is that you don't know me. See me, my government, and my thing, like, you don't know me, what I'm like, and you know of me. So, but they think they know me. So when they have respect, that's people catering for, we don't really know him like that. And then some people, what? Come man, take it. Somebody just talking to you like, come man, take it. What, you're not gonna, it's like they're just gone into a zone. Some people... You ever had someone offer you a drink and you're like, no, I'm cool. And they get angry. The fact that you don't want to drink, you've had that one? No, but I've had them keep offering and then even still buy it and give it to me. Yeah. I'm not having it. I'm gonna go. I need to get my legend. You know, I've had them bully it until they come. Yeah, but I've never had one say, "Wait, so you don't want to drink, huh?" Yeah, that's safe, innit? I've never had that one. You have got a different. No, I've had. Not so much. No. You didn't even. What? No, it wasn't hostile as that. But there's been times where the thing is,
if I'm in a mood to drink, I'm a drink.
Yeah.
There's no point me being at a function to get a taste of it. I'm like, I want to drink. I'd rather just drink water if I'm at this little function for an hour than be... You ever had like one rum and coke and you're like, kind of hit me a little bit, but you're like, I'm going home now. Well, now I'm in the cab.
Yeah.
And it's 7 o'clock.
That happened to me not too long ago at one of Stylo G had one garden party in, I can't even remember where. I went in there, had one drink, and it must have been that Ray and Nephew thing. I had to keep it moving after one drink. And when I got in the car, I weren't even driving, and I was conked out on the way. And I remember just opening my eyes, and it's just all sunny. Just daytime, nice, free, and I'm just feeling like I'm in bits, bro.
And it's one drink, and you're like, I got to do stuff today. Now I feel hungry and tired.
Yeah.
Like, just through one drink.
It weren't worth it, man. I didn't get to see nothing.
For one drink.
One drink. I was there for like, I waited like half an hour, 45 minutes for one drink.
Yeah.
Then the drink come. And I remember sipping this drink, and it's headphones party, innit? These headphones are not working properly, clicking in and out.
Oh, like
I'm looking at everyone dancing like they're going all mad dancing, and it's just all, take it off, it's all quiet. And on this quiet vibe, man was feeling like that. It weren't even the real dance. It was just that drink was lethal, bro. That was lethal, man.
Man's at the silent garden party, just no vibes.
Nothing.
I've never been to one of those, but they do look a bit trippy when people record it on their phone and you can hear everyone singing the song and there's silence.
I don't want to go to another one, man.
Yeah.
I'm not on it.
You're definitely the guy who just you're one of the wall guys, isn't it? You just find your spot on the wall with your drink.
Nice little spot.
There's your bottle on the floor,
right?
And you hold up a corner, innit?
That's it.
Yeah. That's proper old man Jamaican stuff. Still.
Yeah, come on.
They just hold up a corner.
Yeah.
With they're just crumbling something.
Crumbling something, yeah, you get me?
Someone comes over. Yo, what's going on? Who's that? Oh, what's going on?
You get me?
You all right, yeah? All right, cool. No, good man. Yeah, man. Bless up. Someone else comes over. Who's this guy? Oh, you're right, guys. Do you know where the toilets are? You're like, why the fuck you asking me where the toilets are?
You get me?
Move, man. It's always those nosy hipsters that just, you know what it is, yeah, with hipsters? They make me laugh because they're so, it don't matter what the rave is. They can go up to a real shooter in the club and he's holding up a corner and their nosy self want to be like, you're right, guys. Oh, man, fucking hot. What about you guys? And you're like, bro, what are you doing, man? Go away, man.
Yeah, bro.
Go away, bro. Yeah, man. So what you guys drinking, man? And it's like, bro, just...
You guys are quiet, man. You don't dance or anything?
That's the one, you know.
You don't even move. Your friend talks a lot. He talks, but you used to.
Come on, dance, man. Come on, bro. They'll point out the real shooter. Come on, you get on the dance floor, man. I'm not leaving till this guy gives me a. Come on, give me a dance, man. You're like, oh my gosh, Gwendolyn, go away, Gwendolyn, go away. It's so funny as well because that's one thing I always got to big up sometimes, man, from the ends because, like, you know, you can see that what's happening, but still you just remain composed. You just be like, no, we're cool, you know. Nah, I don't like dancing. Why not? I can't dance. I can show you a move. I'm sure you can, but I'ma just dance. I'ma just,
basically, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There is also one other guy that's always in the group like, do you want me to bang her in the face? I'll bang her in the face right now, you know? Big man, relax, bruv. You can't, just leave Gwendolyn alone, man. Why you want to bang Gwendolyn in the face?
What's this dickhead? You just got attitude straight away.
No, man, she's getting me vexed, bro. Fam, relax, man. You can see she's she's drunk, man.
She giving the man them or they're hunting to
Oh, man.
do something.
There's always there's always a mad hood guy as well. Is that, I'm gonna talk to that girl still.
I took her back still.
I'm gonna talk to her, man. She's nice, bro. You're like, bro, shut up, man. You ain't gonna talk to her, man. No, man, I like that girl, you know. Gwendolyn, you know. Trust me, bro. Man go to the Cotswolds and them things. Trust me, I was watching Time Team one time. Go to the Cotswolds, you get me, bruv. Eat pheasant and them thing, yeah. Settle down, that's get me.
She's driving as well. You get she's driving, she's got a little nice car. Got a whip still. A little two-door thing.
Oh man, no, but honestly, this has been one. This is properly good, just to properly like sit down and just chat to you, because I feel like we've always like, you know, when you see someone, you don't really get to meet them properly and just what's good, man? And you've always, I have to big you up, man, because you always showed a lot of love to me, like especially when I was doing some of them early videos.
Yeah, man.
There was a few people I remember that would comment or follow me, and I was like, "Rah, DW follows me. Shit, if he finds it funny, then man is funny, innit?"
Live.
And you know what it is as well, yeah. The reason why I say that as well, because especially when I was doing them videos, a couple of cans, yeah, and it's, you know, it's comedy, it's jokes and stuff, but there's a way that music and pop culture like works hand in hand.
Yeah.
Where it's like, because there's people out there like, "Rah, like what does DW find funny?" And the fact that you can comment on one of my videos, then it gives me license where people say, "Rah, D-Double finds it funny. Gigs find it funny."
Yeah.
I don't even know what these men laugh at, but they find him funny?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I find it funny.
Yeah.
And I can't even tell you what even the small little comments used to do for me, because I was like, "Rah, man, this..." In some ways, it almost feels like a cosign to some of those videos. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like, "Rah, like these are the guys I grew up listening or watching, and they find it funny, or they say a phrase, or like," because you don't know, you know, as musicians, we don't really know what makes you tick. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, Rah, like, I'm not the fact I'm going to say, "Big man, what's your favorite food? Do you like crumpets?" Like, we're never going to ask that as fans.
Yeah.
But I think when we can see part of your personality sometimes come out, leave a comment on someone's video, some young up and coming, you know, comic or, you know, musician that you like, "Oh, I like that music you're doing." Like, it's so important for the ecosystem of UK black culture. It's so important. Yeah. So I just always have to say thank you for that. I really, really appreciate that. And yeah, thanks for coming on the podcast, bruv.
No problem, man. I enjoyed it, man.
I really, really appreciate it, man. And what's next for you, man?
Boy, like I said, man's got some things in the pipeline, you get me? Some nice things in the pipeline.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I'm working on my next project at the moment. I'm gonna bring out a deluxe version of my album, Double or Nothing. I've got a few extra tracks I'm gonna put on there. Gonna do a vinyl as well, just for collectors.
Yeah.
And
the vinyls are big now, man.
Yeah, for collectors.
Like they always have been, but there's been a resurgence in like people really wanting to snap up, because people that make a lot of vinyls eat as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll definitely snap up one of those still.
And yeah, man. I heard that they're opening up the clubs and everything's gonna be live soon.
Boy,
what are you saying? Is it set up?
21st of June. Listen, bruv, I'm coming home at 7 a.m, bruv. 8 a.m. These lot know me anyway. That's my vibe, man. That's my vibe, boy. Because more time, the thing is, if I go out to a club, like I'm only going there because it's most like 9 times out of 10 is when my friends' birthdays or something.
Okay.
So I'm there with a lot of my friends anyway.
Yeah.
You know, you get a little table or just, you know, like a little stool and little bucket with some juices and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't like getting to a point of overly drinking anymore.
Yeah.
Because I've got things to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I got to go to my mum's on a Sunday and fix her curtains.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be hungover doing that. It's not a nice experience.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So I like to get a little drink. Then I say, do you know what? Let's have a bit of fun. But honestly, man, thank you for joining me on the Mo Gilligan podcast. Appreciate your time in coming down. I know you don't even do a lot of these interviews as well, bro.
Yeah.
Just what I'm saying. So I'm very honored to have you on the pod. And yes, if you did enjoy, make sure you like, subscribe. Don't forget to use the hashtag the Mo Gilligan podcast. Take care and we'll catch you next episode. Peace.
Go.